Baseball on CSN Bay Area is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Taste the all-new Double Jack Burger today, only at Jack in the Box. And by Toyota, the full-line automaker with the longest-lasting vehicles in America. Toyota, let's go places.
Quite the excitement around the ballpark. A lot of enthusiasm as we get ready for the Dodgers and the Giants. Our game time weather is presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. It's 60 degrees here at the park. You see the winds are light. Humidity's high, and there is light rain all around the ballpark. And we are hoping for clear sailing the rest of the way. All right, let's take a look at the Dodgers lineup that'll be facing Madison Bumgarner. And the numbers you see on the right are what these guys have done against Bumgarner. You see Kiki Hernandez is going to lead things off, followed by Puig, Turner, and then Gonzalez. Van Slyke is going to hit in the 5th slot. Trace Thompson is going to be in the lineup. He'll be in center field hitting 6th. Then it's A.J. Ellis, the former Giant Charlie Culberson, and the pitcher Clayton Kershaw.
Starting pitcher today for the Giants is going to be Madison Bumgarner, their ace and opening day pitcher this year. As he gets ready to lead his team out to the field, always a great feeling, especially to do it in front of your home crowd for the first time.
Right behind him, of course, Buster Posey. Buster took the night off last night. He did get in the game later on at first base. And he was in the on-deck circle when Trevor Brown hit the game-tying home run. So this very loud crowd today, letting the Giants know that they appreciate the first 2 games in this series. Giants won on Thursday, the home opener, 12-6. And then an improbable win last night as they beat the Dodgers 3-2 in 10.
The numbers for Madison Bumgarner in 2015 spectacular. 18-9 with a 2.93 ERA, 234 strikeouts in 218 and a third innings against just 39 walks. And the way that he does that is with a low 3/4 release, a fastball that's low 90s with a natural cut. He will sink it. He'll throw a slider and a curveball and an occasional changeup. He's a big guy, 6'5", 250 pounds. He's 26 years old. He'll turn 27 in August. A 6-year veteran at the tender age of 26. Lifetime against these Dodgers, he's been spectacular. 13-7 with an ERA of 2.45. Now let's check out the defense that Bruce Bochy has set up behind Bumgarner today, starting in the Giants outfield. A little bit different than you've seen here the last 4 games, 5 games. So it's going to be Pagan, Pan, and Span, and Pence. That's your outfield. Pence has the best arm. Crawford getting a day off. He's replaced by Adrianza at short, joined by Duffy on the left side. Kelby Tomlinson getting a start with the left-hander hitting Panic a day off. And Brandon Bell, they'll be on the right side. Buster Posey, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs.
Bumgarner won his start in Milwaukee. And it helped a little bit that the Giants scored a bunch of runs for him.
He's really kind of been searching for his rhythm all spring, and he really hasn't locked into it. And he had 5 walks in that game against the Brewers, 3 of them in the first inning. I mean, he really struggled. I mean, he found a way to get it done, but it is definitely something that we will watch closely today. And it is time for our Nissan keys to the game. And number 1, Bumgarner find that long-lost rhythm. And we talked about what he's been searching ever since spring training started, so hopefully he can kick it in today. He's close. That's what he says. I'm close. Number 2, the extra guys. Take the extra mile. Go the extra mile. We're talking about Adrianza and Tomlinson getting their first starts in the middle of the infield, and those are our Nissan keys of the game.
So here's Kiki Garcia to lead things off. I believe I said Kiki Garcia, Kiki Hernandez, and the first pitch is wide. So we get started at 146. Kiki Hernandez. swing and a foul straight back. 41-minute delay. We don't have many of these in this ballpark. Hernandez started at third base on Thursday and went 1 for 4. Good breaking ball, 1 and 2. Came in as a pinch hitter last night and went 0 for 1 on the season. He's 2 for 8, but he's got a little ownage against Bumgarner. 5 for 10 lifetime. And that breaking ball is in the dirt. It's 2 and 2. Dodgers are 3 and 2. Giants are 4 and 1. On deck, Yasiel Puig. Hit high and deep into left center field. Pagan on the move and off the bottom of the wall. Nice recovery by Pagan, and Hernandez opens up the game with a double.
Well, we talked about the lifetime success that Hernandez has had against Bumgarner. 5 for 10 coming into this at bat. He gets a 2-strike curveball and it just lays out there above the belt. That's a hanger. And for a guy that sees Bumgarner well, there aren't many of them around. He nuts it right off the wall, and I thought off the crack of the back it was out of here.
I did too.
Boy, he really waited well. And here's the play you're talking about. High off the wall, a one-handed grab on the bare hand side from Pagan. Gets it back quickly, so Hernandez has to settle with a double.
So here's Puig. Puig right now is red hot. And he takes high. 1 ball and no strikes.
Looked like Brian O'Nora was thinking about calling that a strike. You're going to see some high strikes today with O'Nora's zone. He's kind of a high ball guy, and he's not real consistent on the corners. It can be a zone that can change during the course of a ball game.
In tight to Yasiel Puig. It's 2-0. Puig on Thursday during the home opener for the Giants. Puig went 2 for 5, 1 for 3 last night. But overall on the season, he's 9 for 18. And that's not close. It's 3-0 with Justin Turner on deck. Just underway here at AT&T Park. And a strike to Puig. Bumgarner took a little off to get it in.
Puig taken all the way. That bunt was just for entertainment purposes.
Foul back, he had a rip. It's 3-2.
It's great. And he dropped that bat off his shoulder and bluffed like he was bunting. And normally you'll see a third baseman come crashing in as soon as that bat comes off the shoulder. Matt Duffy didn't even move.
Yeah, he moved back. So full count to Puig. And a foul just below us.
When Bumgarner's right, you'll see a lot of fastballs right cutting in on the hands to the right-handed hitters. That's really one of his bread and butters. You see a lot of ground balls on the left side of the infield. You see a lot of broken bats from right-handed hitters.
Buster Posey really wanted to go through the signs one more time. Belt way off the line at first. Tomlinson trying to keep Hernandez close, and the walk. I don't think Bumgarner's that upset with that walk, to be honest with you.
Well, the concern that the Giants have had in Milwaukee and really a lot of spring was the command of the fastball. It's really unusual for him not to be able to command the fastball, and I don't sense that being a problem today. In fact, that last 3-2 breaking ball was a pretty good snapper as well. More snap than we saw him have a lot of the breaking balls he was throwing in in Milwaukee. I mean, he really struggled in Milwaukee.
Here's Turner. Turner did not play on Thursday. And he pops this one up. And it's going to be Adrianza who puts it away.
It's better than a strikeout. One pitch out.
Well, this is what happened, or what has happened, when these two guys have gone at it head to head. Kershaw with the better ERA, Bumgarner with more wins. Here's Gonzalez, who's been a tough out all the time in this series as well. And there's a big curveball for a strike. He hasn't had a lot of success against Bumgarner. He's 6 for 42. But the way he's swinging the bat right now, and the way he's gone the other way, I think you can throw those out the window. Like that. Pagan got a good jump, and he'll track it down. Two down.
Pagan continuing to impress with just how comfortable he looks in left field. He's been a center fielder his whole career.
At some point, he might even admit he's having fun out there.
I mean, he looks like he's enjoying it. I mean, he's not fooled by the slice on the ball you get in left field. You don't get that in center.
Here's Scott Van Slyke. Very dangerous. Likes the first pitch. And he takes a strike. Mike mentioned Brian O'Nora behind the plate. Alan Porter's at first, John Tom Payne's at second, and Jeff Kellogg at third. There's the crew chief, Jeff Kellogg, who sent Dave Roberts to the shower in the game last night. And this is hit on the ground. Duffy kicks it around, and the bases are going to be loaded. Maybe an error on Duffy.
Let's see if this ball came up on him. And it exploded. He got a short hop. It had a high rise. And let's watch the X mode. That does not lie. And watch where it hits him right in the heel of the glove.
It did. It came up a little bit. You're right. Good call. So here's Trace Thompson. Thompson on the season is 1 for 2. Came over from the White Sox. And he takes inside for a ball, 1-0.
By the way, that was our X mode. It's brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. I like the X mode.
See your runners. It's Hernandez, Puig, and Van Slyke. Pagan in left. And it's going to just drift foul. And you can see the swing of Trace Thompson, and it's a beautiful swing.
Well, he's a big guy. They have a lot of tall hitters on this Dodger club. There's some booing going down that left field line. I'm not sure if there was anybody interfering down there. There you take a look at the cut. I mean, that's got some power in that swing as Pagan's over measuring. I see why they're upset. Dodger fan well within his rights. That ball was on the fan's side of the fence.
And Duffy gets another chance with them in the inning. Think baseball gods like to test you? Whew. Yes, they do. Giants are coming up. 3. Giants are coming up. And here's the lineup against Kershaw. The numbers on the right. Individual numbers against Kershaw. It'll be Span, Pagan, and Posey. Hunter Pence will be the cleanup hitter. Then it's Duffy, Belt, and Tomlinson. In the A spot is Bumgarner. And Ehire Adrianza is going to hit in the 9th spot.
On the hill today for the Dodgers will be the ace Clayton Kershaw, and he has been brilliant in his career. Last season 16-7 with a 2.13 ERA. And look at the strikeouts, 301 strikeouts. I mean, you have great stuff if you have 200. If you have 300 strikeouts in a year, you have unbelievable stuff, and that pretty much sums them up. 163 hits and 232 hits last year tells you he's not easy to hit, and that goes with everything he throws. A fastball that'll go 91, 96, depending on the grip and the mood. He's got he'll sink the ball occasionally, more cut fastballs. He's got a hard slider, big curveball, one of the best in all of baseball, and a changeup. He's legit. Lifetime against the Giants, he has really had great success. 16-7 with a 1.54 ERA, and that's in 227 innings.
So here's Span. It'll be Span, Pagan, and Posey. And Span takes low. He hadn't had any success against Kershaw. Just 5 at bats, 0 for 5. 1 for 5 on Thursday, 0 for 4 last night. A lot of 0 for 4s last night. A lot of 0-fers last night for the Giants. They only got 2 hits.
Well, there were 2 impressive swings of the bat, though. 2 hits, 2 home runs.
Span rolls this one to Kiki Hernandez, and he kicks it around, but Span's retired.
Let's check out that defense playing behind Kershaw for the Dodgers. Starting in the outfield from left to right, it'll be Van Slyke, Thompson, and Puig. Great arms on the corners, especially in right field. Culberson and Turner on the left side of the infield. Hernandez and Gonzalez on the right side. And A.J. Ellis will be in the squad, putting down the signs for Kershaw.
Here's one of the guys that hit one of the 2 home runs last night. It was a game winner, and that's Brandon Crawford. Opposite field, no less. Pagan does have some history against Kershaw. He's 15 for 56 with 5 doubles. As he fouls this one back, and it's 0-2.
Trevor Brown last night, a hero, hit his first big league home run that tied up a 2-0 ball game.
And a base hit to right field for Pagan. That a good start into Pagan.
And really, he's been that way all spring since the very first game in the Cactus League.
This is Buster Posey in April of 2015, gone. And he'll stand in. 17 for 76. Look out. See, the screen works.
Screen works.
It saved a fan or 2, and Buster Posey gets to keep his bat.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're right. I hadn't thought about that.
I mean, otherwise that bat's hanging on somebody's wall.
Right over the head of Hunter Pence. The new screen put in this year, mandated by Major League Baseball to put a protective screen in between the dugout and the on-deck circles. And that one right there may have saved somebody.
Posey just got underneath that breaking ball, and it'll be Thompson who makes the catch. 2 outs.
Trace Thompson, you may have heard of his brother.
Robbie?
No, Clay Thompson.
Warriors are in Memphis tonight. And that's where Trace Thompson's brother probably watching this game right now. Here's Pence. Pence off to a 5 for 19 start. Only has 5 hits in 56 at bats against Kershaw. And the first pitch is wide, 1 ball and no strikes.
Kershaw wants to know why that was wide.
Yeah, that looked like a strike.
I think for the most part with Brian O'Nora, the plate umpire, you have to put it between the catcher's knees. If you go outside the knees, even if it goes across the plate, rare do you get that strike. And that last pitch was an example of it.
Nope. Kershaw wanted that one too.
It's a weird zone to throw to. It is. I mean, at times it can really favor the pitcher, and at times it can really favor the hitter.
Pence will have the green light. And it's ball 4. Here's Duffy. Duffy hitting .227. And he takes in the dirt, blocked by Ellis. 1 ball and no strikes.
Yep. Surfers are here.
1-0 to Duffy. 2-0 to Duffy. Duffy lifetime against Kershaw, 5 for 19. So he's had moderate success.
That's 6 balls in a row. I don't think he's ever done that in his career. At least not against the Giants.
Tap to third. Turner. Side retired. Dodgers strand 3, Giants strand 2. 0-0.
Time now for our Togos play the big way, the Togos way. Last night, Brandon Crawford hit a walk-off home run off Joe Blanton in the bottom of the ninth. It was the first pitch of the bottom of the ninth and was his second career walk-off. He did it April 13th against the Rockies in the year 2014 off of Rex Brothers. What a moment for Giants fans. That's our Togos big play.
Hit it through the rain. Here's Ellis. Gave Ellis a nice compliment today to Orel Hershiser.
I thought A.J. Ellis handled last night's rookie Ross Stripling, who was making his major league debut, beautifully. I don't think Stripling ever shook him off, and he really mixed his pitches well. He established a confidence with his pitches early in the game. I mean, he just was spectacular. And that's not even mentioning the RBI that he had. But what he did behind the plate with that young right-hander was pretty impressive.
It's going to be Bell to agree to a new contract as he puts it away. This is what Mike's talking about. This was Stripling, yes, in the game last night. He went 7 1/3, and he really used that curveball well.
He mixed everything well, and when he had to come in with the fastball, he really spotted it on the corners. But I just think it was the mixture of speeds that really confused the Giants, and that's the first time they ever saw him last night, and he really had it going, and I think his catcher had a lot to do with it.
Here's Charlie Culberson, the former Giant, and he takes a strike. There's young Mr. Stripling. His family here. I was over on the radio side yesterday with Dave, but you and John and our guys in the truck showing like his wife, his parents, or as his fiance is. That's out to Pagan, who runs it down. 2 outs, and here's Kershaw.
No hits allowed in 7 1/3, 4 walks, 1 of which scored. I mean, you got an earned run out of it. Earned run and a workout.
Orel Hershiser told us that that Stripling's father thanked Dave Roberts after the game for taking care of his kid. There's a strike to Kershaw. I could see that happening.
Well, especially since his kid had already gone through a real severe injury, having Tommy John surgery.
Kershaw takes up and in. It's a 1 ball and 1 strike. Kershaw does have 3 hits and 14 at bats in his career against Bumgarner. One and 2. And he got him and then end the inning. Kershaw's thinking, I got one of those for Bumgarner too.
That's what he's thinking.
Nothing.
Giants Baseball on CSN Bay Area is brought to you by AAA. Get a free Giants all-season blanket. Restrictions apply. Go to AAA.com/Giants or to a AAA branch for details.
Second inning, 0-0. Giants stranded a pair in the first inning. It'll be Belt, Tomlinson, Bumgarner, and then Adrianza. See, the Dodgers now have done this for the third game in a row. The third baseman is the guy that goes out and plays next to the first baseman on the shift. It makes perfect sense. It's just that you got to somehow convince that guy that he's going to do a lot of running on the shifts. Swing and a miss by Belt. 1 ball and 1 strike. Belt 3 for 37 in his career against Kershaw. There aren't many Giants that have had a lot of success against this lefty. And Kershaw has said that he likes pitching here. He likes the atmosphere. He likes the rivalry. He likes the ballpark. He likes pitching well against these fans.
Yeah, if you look out in the center field bleachers, I mean, there's a strong section of Dodger fans today.
Maybe his pass list.
It could be.
Curveball, got him. Amy G is here. Let's check in with Amy.
All right, gentlemen, I'm sure fans have noticed that the Giants have a new look while they are at the plate. They have brand new helmets this year. That's not what's new. It's how the helmets look. The Giants actually get new helmets every year because they crack and get a lot of pine tar on them. So Brad Grimm's a key member in that Giants clubhouse. He takes care of things, orders equipment. Did a test run. He said, guys, what do you think? You like the shiny or the matte? Overwhelming response for the matte, not because they're lighter, not because they're more protective, simply because they look cooler. And that's all that matters. Dwayne?
Hey, looking cool is it's an important part of our game in the 70s. Well, yeah, kind of.
I don't think that's ever changed. Looking cooler is always going to win. But I think it also has to do with the way that.
Fly ball to left in the park to Van Slyke. 2 down. Check out our cold hard facts, and it's brought to you by Clean Crisp Coors Light. On May 21st, 2015, Bumgarner became the first pitcher to hit a home run off of Clayton Kershaw. Bumgarner also the first pitcher to hit a home run off a defending Cy Young winner since June 15th, 02, Estes off of Clemens. And he takes a mighty cut in a foul straight back.
Well, Kershaw went right at him with a fastball. When you watch the replay of that home run, they had set a target on the inside corner. Kershaw just flat out missed it out over the plate. And Bumgarner got extended. You're going to see him try and crowd him with a fastball, and when he throws a fastball to him in this at bat or any other bat. Fastball in, he shook it off. Let's take a look at that home run one more time. See the target way inside, and look where the ball goes, out over the plate. Boom.
He hits it high. He hits it deep. It is out of here. He's done it again. Unbelievable.
Wow. They set the target in, and look at the mistake. And this is really just a little bit up the bat off the sweet spot. It gives you an idea how strong he is.
Adrianza high and deep and foul.
Another look from the splash cam at the majestic arc of a high fly ball into the stands, and you can see Kershaw's reaction. Not happy.
Something about "Are you kidding me?" There's a pitch in the dirt. That's Bumgarner's 12th career home run.
Second off of Kershaw. The only pitcher to ever do it, and he's done it twice.
Inside corner, 1-2.
Smile, not much.
He likes to play both sides of the game, doesn't he?
He does.
Tapped to Kershaw, and that'll end the inning. Bumgarner hits his first of the year, his second lifetime against Clayton Kershaw, and it's bye-bye baby. Indeed it is. 1-0 Giants.
Giants baseball on CSN Bay Area is brought to you by AAA. Get a free Giants all-season blanket. Restrictions apply. Go to AAA.com/Giants or to a AAA branch for details.
1-0 Giants as Kiki Hernandez offers at the first pitch and fouls it back. Hernandez doubled off the wall in the first inning. I think this guy is a good little player. His playing time is going to diminish once Kendrick gets back. But he can play all over the place. He is a super utility guy. On the ground and a base hit.
Well, I mean, that's 7 for 12 lifetime against Bumgarner. That itself will keep you around. Well, the Diamondbacks will be at AT&T Park April 18th through the 21st, and Monday, April 18th, and Tuesday, April 19th. And Wednesday, April 20th. Well, they're all 7:15 games. How about that? And on Thursday, April 21st, is day baseball in the city with a 12:45 start. You're interested in tickets? Check it out. sfgiants.com/tickets.
You have 3 choices to go at night.
Yep.
And 1 choice to go during the day.
There you go.
Here's Puig, who drew a walk in the first. And he takes a bit high, 1 ball and no strikes.
Puig is doing exactly what the Dodgers had hoped would happen early on this year. get off to a good start. I mean, he was really trending downward from his rookie year to last year. I mean, in those 3 seasons, he just was becoming less of a player than he was when he first showed up on the doorsteps of the big leagues. But this spring, he had a good spring. And boy, is he off to a great start.
And it seems as if he's developed quite a relationship with Dave Roberts. There's a strike. Hard to have a bad relationship with Dave Roberts. He's as good a guy as you'll ever meet. Two balls and a strike. Into left. Towards the end of the bat. Hernandez goes back to tag. Pagan wisely gets it back in quickly. Nice job.
Now that's your job as a base runner, to get that outfielder to make a hard throw, and that's exactly what Hernandez did. Pagan anticipating that, gets rid of it quickly, back into the infield, keeps that runner at first base.
So here's Turner. Turner popped out to Adrianza in the first inning. And he flips one to right. This is going to be trouble. This week only, T-Mobile customers can get a free season-long subscription to MLB.TV Premium. Go to T-Mobile.com/MLB to sign up now and catch every moment on America's fastest-growing LTE network. So a little flare puts Bumgarner in a bit of a mess with Adrian Gonzalez stepping up. Lined out to Pagan in the first inning. And he fouls it out of play. With Scott Van Slyke on deck.
Gonzalez, one of the best opposite field power hitters I've ever seen.
Ever. Half swing and a miss, nothing in two. What was that?
That was a cutter, and it absolutely fooled Gonzalez. I don't think he saw any rotation on this at all. I mean, that's big time slide, and you won't see him have swings like that very often. I mean, you got to throw that again, don't you?
Yep. And he serves it to left. They're going to hold the runner at third. And now the bases are loaded for Van Slyke.
And indeed he does come back with it, and right on cue, Gonzalez going to left field, as we've seen him do so often in his career. Nice 0-2 at bat.
So 3 singles here in the third, and the bases are loaded for Van Slyke. Bumgarner got Van Slyke to hit a ground ball to Duffy, and Duffy got handcuffed. He'll take that ground ball right here. And a strike, and it's 0-1. Trace Thompson is on deck.
Right above the hands. They wanted to elevate. That's exactly where Posey wanted that fastball. That's the high target. I mean, that's right there. And that absolutely broke Van Slyke down. Now you can go back foot slider in the dirt, or you can go right back up there and keep climbing that ladder.
And it hit him. So that's going to tie the game.
And that is the one risk that you run as a pitcher if you're going to go back inside high and tight. Ball cuts and just grazes the elbow. And I think Bruce Bochy's going to come out and talk to Brian O'Nora, saying, you know, you got to make an attempt to try and get out of the way. I mean, that's the deal. I don't think this is going to go anywhere.
No,
but
I don't either.
He's definitely letting his opinion be heard.
And Van Slyke's out of the game.
I doubt if that would be the reason why he's coming out of the game. I think it may have been the swing through on the fastball above the hands. He may have jarred his back. Right here, just a grazing hit batsman.
So here's Thompson. I think you're right. He's not moving around very well.
This is the swing we're talking about, and I think that's where he tweaked his back, or maybe his oblique. And he was not feeling 100% after that swing.
Here's Thompson. And he fouls it back. Nice swing, no balls and one strike. Thompson bounced out to Duffy to end the first.
I think they have a few athletes in that family.
I think they do. Big curveball, nothing in two.
Brother Clay, one of the Splash brothers with the Warriors.
There's Peterson now running. 1-2. Got it.
And that's exactly what he was pitching for, with a runner at third and less than 2 outs. Had a 1-2 advantage and dropped a nice breaking ball just below the strike zone, and he gets Thompson to chase. Curveball's such a dramatically different breaking ball than we saw him have in Milwaukee. I mean, he's got a good one today.
The third brother, Mike, played a couple of years with the Cavaliers. Michael.
So 3 Thompson boys, 2 in the NBA, 1 in the National League.
Ellis is going to step out. The father of those 3 boys, Michael Thompson, played 14 years in the NBA. There's a strike and it's 0-1. And I do believe Mom had something to do with it somewhere along the line.
No question. They always do.
I think Mom could probably hit.
And play center.
0-1 to Ellis, who popped out to Belt in the second. And right now Bumgarner trying to limit the damage to just 1 run. It's Turner at third, Gonzalez at second, and Peterson is at first. And a late call, strike 1 and 2.
He set that target on the outside corner, kind of came drifting it back across the plate, but it was still at the knees and it was quick.
Bumgarner comes up with 2 big strikeouts. Giants are coming up, top of the order.
Baseball on CSN Bay Area is brought to you by Heffernan Insurance Brokers. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com.
A 1-1 game with Denard Span to bat first against Clayton Kershaw. Span bounced out to second in his only other at bat, and there's a fastball high. 91 from Kershaw.
You know, he doesn't overthrow. He cruises at a speed, but when he wants to add, it's usually in a 2-strike count, and that's when you see his highest velocity fastballs.
Span flips one out to right, but Puig is right there to make the catch. Remember, Peterson came in to run for Van Slyke. Peterson goes into center. Thompson moves from center to left, and Peterson now patrolling his familiar spot. He's already made a couple of really sensational catches in this series. Here's Pagan, who singled in the first inning. And he swings and misses on the first pitch, and it's 0-1. 1-1 here at the corner of 3rd and King. No swing on the appeal. Buster Posey's on deck. And the 1-1 to Pagan, and Pagan takes low.
Steady diet of breaking balls in this at bat from Kershaw. Curveball, slider, curveball.
Foul down the right field line.
Yeah, hitting off our new CarMax field box down there next to the visitors bullpen.
You mean the fun box?
Yeah. The name may be different, but the attitude is still the same.
Still the same.
CarMax field box.
And this is softly to Gonzalez, 2 outs. And here's Buster Posey. Hey, we saw something today that our grounds crew doesn't really get a lot of practice at, and that's putting the tarp on and taking the tarp off. And they did a good job. There they are.
They did. They nailed it. Greg Elliott, the boys. You know, you get a tarp for a Major League Baseball. It doesn't, baseball park, it doesn't come with a manual.
No. We witnessed that at Wrigley Field. There's a base hit into right field. So 32 home games, rained out 5 in this ballpark. The last happened in April of '06.
32 rainouts since 1958.
I think the first week of this ballpark, we had a rainout.
I think we had a couple of them.
So here's Pence with Posey at first. And Pence looks at a strike.
He was guessing, and he wasn't guessing fastball.
Pence drew a walk in the first.
Fastball right in on the hands, and a generous strike from Ryan O'Nora. They set that target in the inside corner. Now, you don't see many umpires call that strike. We mentioned that O'Nora does give you the high strike, but that may have been a bit inside as well. That tick you off as a hitter when you're up there looking for a breaking ball and a guy grooves a fastball right down the pike.
You start to think that, you know, I'm not going to guess anymore. I'm done. 0-2.
Yeah, I think that was a better pitch than the pitch that was called a strike 2.
Maybe right. And the 1-2 to Pence. And Pence waves at a pitch in the dirt. No swing. 2-2.
And when you're hitting off a guy like Kershaw, who's in the elite, I mean, I'm not talking about guys who are playing today, but I'm talking about guys who ever played the game. You hate to give up a strike to him, because the difference between a 1-1 count and an 0-2 count is monumental.
Two and 2 to Pence. And Pence out swinging, and that'll end the inning. We will head to the 4th. We've completed 3. It's a 1-1 ball game. And it'll be Charlie Culberson to lead things off. Culberson, then Kershaw, then Hernandez. Bumgarner weaved in and out of trouble in the first. Had a nice 1-2-3 in the second, and then limited the damage to 1 run in the third. Here's Culberson, who takes a curveball for a strike. Seems to be a good pitch for both pitchers today.
Clouds all around, moisture all around. Rain delay at the start of the game. 41 minutes of rain delay. But it did not dampen the attitude in this ballpark. As always, it is as electric as it possibly can get, especially when the boys in blue come up from LA.
And that's in on the hands of Culberson, and he fouls it over the backstop, which, by the way, is a little higher this year. And also, we showed you how more fans are protected over by the on-deck circles. But that one still managed to creep over the backstop. There's that protection.
Yeah, it really does make sense when you're that close to the action. And you know, another thing too, I'll tell you one group of guys that really appreciates it, and that's the players. There's nothing worse than hitting a foul ball in the stands and seeing it hit somebody. Nothing worse.
Now timeout is called. Culberson lined out to Pagan in the second inning. And now full count.
Almost got his back foot.
Now Bumgarner does not want to walk the leadoff hitter, obviously. Three and two. Duffy cannot come up with it. Culberson's going to have at least a double. McDonald's true stories. 30 years ago yesterday, Will Clark, in his major league debut, wrapped a home run against Nolan Ryan in his first major league at bat. All season long, CSN is celebrating Mike Kruko's 21 season by sponsoring the commemorative bobblehead given away at the park on Sunday, August 28th. Our McDonald's true story goes back 30 years ago yesterday, when Mike picked up his first win in that season of 1986 as the Giants won 8-3 at the Astrodome. Will Clark, Robbie Thompson made their major league debuts, and Will the Thrill hit that home run. Way to go. Everybody, way to go.
We saw Will the Thrill here in game 1 of the series.
He is here.
He'll be here through the whole weekend. And he is really an incredible ambassador for Giants baseball, and he visits just about every suite. Loves it.
Kershaw bunts it foul. He struck out in the second.
And Will Clark can still hit.
Duffy and Belt coming in, and the bunt is foul. It's 1-2.
You know, as far as pretty swings, I mean, that's the prettiest swing I ever played with, Will Clark.
I agree. And usually when you look at pretty swings, inevitably it's going to be a left-handed hitter. It's like when a left-handed quarterback like Kenny Stabler, that's he throws the best ball I've ever seen.
Yeah, why is that?
I don't know.
Basketball shooters the same way.
And Kershaw is going to be very unhappy with himself, because it helps him if he can get that guy to third.
Yeah, that's a big play. That's a wasted out, and Culberson's got to stay anchored at second base. And the Dodgers don't get the runner at third base with one out like they wanted to get.
Well, here's a guy that's had a little ownage on Bumgarner today, and that's Kiki Hernandez, and also lifetime now 7 for 12 against Bumgarner. Low 1-0.
Well, I mean, he's got a place to put him, and if you're a pitcher and you are perplexed as to how to pitch a guy, and he's wearing you out 7 for 12. I mean, that's some, and they're not doink hits either.
There's a strike.
Just make good location pitches and don't just serve them up something.
One ball and one strike. Low. So 2-1 to Kiki Hernandez. And Bumgarner will chase Culberson back. See Puig on deck. Sellout crowd here at AT&T Park, as you would expect. Swing and a miss. 2-2. It's also a nationally televised game today.
The last pitch was nasty.
Gamer Babes.
Yeah, the Gamer Babes are here. Been here all weekend.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Got him.
So he winds up going inside twice, and the payoff pitch above the hands of the fastball. Nice pitch. Just bore in. If you miss off the plate in, and he throws it right above the hands for strikeout number 5 on the day, and that's a big one. Hey, Tuesday, April 26th is Chinese Heritage Night. Your special event package will include a game ticket to see the Giants take on the Padres, and a collector's edition Giants-themed Year of the Monkey figurine. Go to sfgiants.com/special events.
Here's Puig. Puig walked in the first, hit a fly ball to left in the third. And the pitch is high. Base open with Turner to follow. So pick your poison here for Bumgarner. Slings that pitch high again.
Well, you have to be careful with Puig right now. I mean, he's red hot. 1-1 ball game. You've got a confident hitter in that batter's box in an open base. You're careful with your location.
And that was away from the target, and he got the call. It's 2-1.
Next pitch will be number 70. At the end of 4 innings, you want to be at 60 or less, and gives you an idea how Bumgarner sits a little bit above where he should be.
I think he's starting to get a lot more confidence in that fastball.
And he's getting better finish on it. He's getting a little jump on it. He's getting swings and misses. I mean, he wasn't getting many of those with the fastball in Milwaukee.
And that's popped back and out of play.
He got that in tight nicely, right up the bat towards the hands.
We are in the 4th inning. Bumgarner now with 71 pitches. Two balls and 2 strikes. Popped him up. It's going to be Pence. And Bumgarner dodges another bullet here in the 4th. A leadoff double by Culberson. Bumgarner might hit. Coming up.
It's time for our healthy dose of goodness. It's brought to you by Eric's Deli Cafe, and we all agreed that Trevor Brown brought a healthy dose of goodness and a whole bunch of smiles to all Giants fans last night when he hit his very first Major League home run. It was a 2-run shot that tied the game and broke up a no-hitter against the Dodgers. He told me last night it was his best baseball moment ever. I'm going to revise that and just say so far, Trevor. He had about 60 congratulatory text messages. He took a ton of photos, instant fame on his way home. And when he hit that ball, gentlemen, he was saying, "Go ball, come on." We all were. Wayne, Mike.
Yeah, and didn't think that it was going to go at first. Here's Duffy. Duffy to lead it off here in the 4th, and he takes slow 2-0. Belt, Tomlinson, Bumgarner, and then Adrianza.
Pretty good pitch on the 1-0. He didn't get it. He wanted it. He was a Duff man, or a fan of the Duff man.
There's a strike.
That cutter's become a very good pitch for Kershaw. It's something he learned once he got to the big leagues.
Slow hopper. And it'll be Hernandez throwing out Duffy 1 out. And here's Belt. Belt struck out looking in the 2nd. Belt takes high.
Now the strikeout pitch that Kershaw threw him was the curveball from some other world. It was as good as it could possibly be, and it locked him up.
Belt rolls it foul.
I mean, that's the thing about Kershaw, which makes him unique, is he's got 4 or 5 different types of movement, and they're all swinging this type of movements.
Belt rolls this one, and it'll be Gonzalez to Kershaw covering 2 outs. Yeah, word got out last night that Brandon Bell had agreed to a new contract, and it was true. So confirmed this morning. So the Giants have tied up that infield for quite a while.
Well, a 6-year deal through 2021. Absolutely, they have. Homegrown product.
What a great message it sends, right?
Well, if you succeed here, you're going to get rewarded. And everybody in the Giants organization, every level, they know the deal.
Here's Tomlinson.
No organization in baseball has as many products from its own farm system as the Giants. And that develops a healthy attitude in the minor leagues.
Tomlinson pops it out of play. He hit a fly ball to left field in his only other at bat. A 1-1 game here in the fourth. And this is popped up into center field for Peterson. And that's going to end the inning. So Kershaw with a 1-2-3 inning, his first of the game. And it'll be Turner and the big fellas coming up.
The Miami Marlins will be here right here at AT&T Park the weekend of April 22nd through the 24th, and Friday, April 22nd, the first 20,000 fans are going to get a 2 flaps down cap presented by River Rock Casino. And then Matt Duffy bobbleheads presented by PG&E to the first 40,000 fans on Saturday, and on Sunday, the 24th, 7,500 kids. The first 7,500, 14 and under, will get a Joe Panic backpack courtesy of C's Candies. Go to sfgiants.com/tickets.
Here's Turner. Turner to lead off the fifth. This is the beef of the order for the Dodgers. Turner pops it out of play straight back. He's 1 for 2.
One thing the Dodgers have been able to do a pretty good job of today, and that's get that leadoff man on. They've done it 3 out of the 4 innings against Bumgarner. Interestingly, 2 times they let off with doubles, and either time could they score that leadoff runner.
High to Turner, 1 and 2. Gonzalez to follow. 2-2. 5 hits for LA. 3 hits for the Giants. Hit into center field. Span's got room. 1 out.
And a leadoff out, and that has to feel good.
Kiki Hernandez opened up the 3rd with a hit and scored, and then Culberson doubled to open up the 4th. Also back in the 1st, Hernandez doubled to open up the game. Gonzalez is lined out to left, and he singled to left. Swinging a foul back.
My bucket list. Well, that's sit in a suite at AT&T and watch a baseball game.
We got to do a game from there.
Yeah, I'm in. Well, we kind of do every night, though, you know.
Fall off of Posey, 0-2. We've done this before over the last 17 years now in this park, where we've suggested, hey, we ought to do a game from there. And then when we do the game, we're like, why did we even suggest that?
That's the last one we're ever doing.
We had icicles hanging out of our ears one year.
Yeah, we picked a bad night.
Well, the water guns went off, and they stuck to us. There's a pitch high to Gonzalez. So I think we'll just stay here.
It's hard to beat right here.
Got him.
Perfect 0-2 pitch, and that's 6 strikeouts now from Bumgarner. All of them are swing and miss strike threes. Little slider, really more of a cutter than a slider, but absolute perfect location. And retires a hot hitter.
Peterson will hit for the first time. It was confirmed that it was a back issue for Van Slyke. Tightness. But you really still have to be careful with Peterson, because there's a certain area where if the ball ends up in that area, he's going to hit it out of the park. Two and 0.
You kind of have to tiptoe your way around the strike zone, because he's got hot spots.
Off of Sergio Romo on Thursday. There's that spot.
That's the happy zone right there. Sergio Romo does not give up a lot of home runs. At the time, it was a 2-run shot. Giants had a 3-run lead.
Trace Thompson is on deck. Overshift is on. And a full count.
2 good pitches there. Down 3-0 the count. Bang, bang, 2 fastballs. The second one on a 3-1 count. That was perfect. Set the outside target. You got to come after him. Nice job of framing that pitch from Posey. And right back out again.
Got him. 7 strikeouts, and Bumgarner will lead things off.
Time now for our Ford Right choice. We talked about home runs. This is the home run today. The second time that Bumgarner has done it against Kershaw. We go back to May of last year, and you'll see that the location is pretty much the same that he got today.
And here he takes a pitch wide, 1-0.
In both instances that Kershaw wanted to get that fastball in tight to Bumgarner, he left it out over the plate, and Bumgarner made him pay for it.
And there's a swing.
Well, you see that type of swing on a breaking ball, you think, why would Kershaw throw him anything else but a breaking ball?
Throws him another one. 2 balls and 1 strike. Adrianza and then Span. It's 1-1. Two and 2.
Broke him down twice. And, I mean, that's not unusual. Kershaw's breaking balls are exceptionally quick.
Got him.
So let's take a look at the split. The home run today and the home run a year ago on your left last May. And there's the leakage out over the plate. Boom, he nails it. Now today, they set the target on the inside corner. It leaks out over the middle. Boom. See you later. Our Ford Right choice.
Here's Adrianza, who bounced right back to the pitcher in the second. And he hits a high drive to left. It is out of here. And the Giants take the lead. He almost got him in the second inning. This one he kept fair. Home run number 1.
You're right. I mean, he almost did that again in the second inning. Kershaw comes back inside with a high fastball. This is a pitch that he could not do this with last year. Bent arm swing. He's just a much more powerful athlete now. And it enabled him to catch up with that fastball and drive it right out of the ballpark above the hands, middle in.
Here's Span. And Span takes a strike. Just inside the foul pole down the left field line. As Span bounces this one back up the middle. And Culberson makes the play. I don't believe Kershaw slowed it down, but he almost got a piece of it.
You really have to give the Dodgers credit for the way they positioned Culberson up the middle. And by doing that, they really took a base hit away. You can see he's a couple steps shaded towards second base. And it also hits the mound, and it kind of killed the speed. That helped as well. But what we thought could have been a hit, should have been a hit, is just an out, and the big league hang with him.
Here's Pagan. Pagan is 1 for 2. And a strike. 61 pitches for Clayton Kershaw. There's a Beat LA group. Same spot, 0-2. Buster Posey is on deck. It's 2-1 in favor of the Giants. 2 home runs from the 8th place hitter, Madison Bumgarner, and the 9th place hitter, Avery Adrianza. Pagan steps out. First time, but Kershaw has given up 2 home runs to the Giants in a game.
Well, and the point you make about the home runs coming from the 8 and 9 spots in the lineup. I mean, that's why you never know what you're going to see. You come to the
You
yard.
don't. You saw something extraordinary last night. So Pagan goes 0-2 to 3-2.
Pitch count wise, Kershaw 10 pitches below where is the norm. 75 pitches through 5 is what pitching coaches would like. You get a chance to see where he's at.
And Pagan chases a pitch, and that'll end the inning. 4 strikeouts for Kershaw, 2 here in the 5th. But it's Avery Adrianza who takes one deep down the left field line, and it's bye-bye baby.
Giants Baseball on CSN Bay Area is brought to you by Lunardi's Markets. For a location near you, visit lunardis.com or find us on Facebook. Lunardi's, quite simply the best.
Here's Trace Thompson, who takes a breaking ball outside for a ball. Giants now with a 2-1 lead. It'll be Thompson, Ellis, and Charlie Culberson here in the 6th. Swing and a miss. Get a text from Bob Fitzgerald, who's watching the game there in Memphis, ready to broadcast the Warrior game. And pretty interesting note. He said Klay Thompson played Little League ball in Portland with Kevin Love.
Wow.
How about that?
Pretty good athletes.
Swinging a foul off of Buster Posey.
They had to be home run guys.
Yeah, and then maybe after the Little League game, they throw out a little pickup basketball game. I think they did in that. So Trace's brother Clay teammates with Kevin Love in Little League. 1-2 to Thompson. And a bit high, 2-2.
That's right where he wanted it. He wanted to go above the strike zones. 91 pitches on the day for Bumgarner. That's starting to become a story as it inches towards the century mark.
Pulled on the ground, and that's a fair ball. Pagan gets to it very quickly, and his throw is just a little tardy. As you can see how well Thompson runs. We mentioned the Warriors and Grizzlies today at 5. Pregame live is going to start at 4:30. And remember, the Warriors are chasing some history, and it's the Grizzlies that are up next, and you'll see it at 5 o'clock right here on CSN Bay Area. So another double to open up an inning. And the hitter is A.J. Ellis.
Pure strikeout situation here for Bumgarner. Gotta make sure you come to a stop if you're Bumgarner and once you get into that stretch position. There's Vida Blue. A Vida Blue signature on a Buster Posey jersey.
Works for me. High to Ellis. Ellis has popped out and struck out. Culberson and then Kershaw here in the 6th. Out of play. Giants are going to start the bullpen. And it looks like it's Hunter Strickland. So 95 pitches. Seven strikeouts, 1 walk, and that walk came in the 1st.
Just a wee bit low as he tries to get strike 3.
Well, he went up to Ellis to strike him out in the 3rd. And he rolls it foul. Look out.
Bumgarner will take any non-productive out he can get. Anything that does not allow Thompson to advance to third base.
One run on 6 hits for the Dodgers, 2 runs on 4 hits for the Giants. Got him.
Again, the high fastball payoff. And he gets what he was pitching for, the strikeout. Now the Diamondbacks kick off the 2nd homestand April 18th through the 21st. The Giants invite all students, alumni, and fans of Stanford to our college night at AT&T Park. Special event ticket package includes a game ticket to see the Giants take on the D-backs and a limited edition co-branded Stanford College cap. Go to sfgiants.com/special events and check it out.
So here's Culberson. Culberson lined out to left in the 2nd and then doubled past Duffy down the third base line in the 4th. And this is going to be high out to Pence. Thompson's going to tag. He'll end up at 3rd.
Now they get a 1-pitch out. That's important when you're talking about pitch count. Next pitch from Bumgarner is going to be 100.
So here's Kershaw. Kershaw struck out swinging in the 2nd, and then he struck out trying to bunt in the 4th.
Challenge fastball across the letters. And that's what Kershaw was hoping for, and he was late. One ball and 1 strike. 50% of what he's thrown has been pure fastballs. Throw another 34% on top of that, so 84% with the fastball or cut fastball. A lot of hard stuff today.
Adrianza with a big hop, side retired. Bumgarner pitches through another leadoff double. It'll be Posey, Pence, and Duffy coming up. 2-1 Giants.
Giants baseball on CSN Bay Area is brought to you by Toyota, the full-line automaker with the longest-lasting vehicles in America. Toyota, let's go places. And by Xfinity. X1 from Xfinity will change the way you experience TV.
See a great look at AT&T Park from across the cove. It's 2-1 Giants, and the Giants will have the beef coming up. Posey, Pence, and Duffy. Bumgarner, 6 strong innings with 8 strikeouts. He did pitch in and out of traffic. He had 1, 2, 3 inning, and that was in the 5th. And I do believe his day is over.
Well, and I think his slump is over too. I mean, he was pretty sound mechanically, much more sound than we saw him at any point in the spring. Certainly his last outing, which was opening day in Milwaukee. And when he made pitches today, I think that he had that little extra hop on his fastball, and he had location.
Well, and he also, there were signs where he was pitching for the strikeout, and he got it. So here's Posey, who's 1 for 2. And big curveball is casted high. 1 ball and no strikes. Romo is in the bullpen getting loose. And Posey takes a strike. He didn't like it. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Slider. Posey thought it was up. Seen a lot of high strikes today from Brian O'Nora. That's the norm.
Posey pops it up into shallow right field. Puig's coming in. And here's Pence.
Sergio Romo probably going to pitch that top of the 7th inning. Pitch count for Bumgarner, and the way that Romo is warming up, it leads you to believe that he will take on the top of the Dodger lineup in the 7th.
He's got 3 right-handed hitters coming up in that inning. After that, then it's Gonzalez and Peterson. But here's Pence. I don't think there's any doubt that Hunter Pence has a hard time picking up Clayton Kershaw. He's 0 for 1 with a walk, but 5 for 57. 1 ball and 1 strike.
92-mile-an-hour fastball, a little cut moving in tight on the hands, and he gets the swing through. I agree with you. I just don't think he sees it out of the hand well. Kershaw is not an easy pickup. You know, he collapses that backside and then gets on a high 3/4 release, and I mean, he's on top of you very quickly.
Hit high to right, but it's at Puig. So 2 balls to Puig and 2 outs.
Take a look at the classic motion of Kershaw. Parallel plant with a foot high leg kick. And watch that back shoulder collapse and then get right back up on top. And it's a very deceptive motion for a guy with a high 3/4 release. And he repeats it so consistently. It's part of his brilliance.
Here's Duffy. Duffy has put the ball in play twice. He's bounced out to third, and he's bounced out to second.
And what deception does, and when it's hard for a hitter to pick up the release point for a pitcher.
Duffy skies one to left. At the wall, Thompson, and he puts it away. Duffy just got underneath it. Romo's coming in. Our Toyota game summary brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. So Bumgarner, Kershaw, that was your matchup. Bumgarner out of the game. Kershaw still in. Bumgarner hit a home run. He also only allowed 1 run in this game. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
Sergio Romo's numbers so far this year. Just 1 base runner up in 2 innings. And that 1 base runner was a home run. Sergio will be right around 88-mile-an-hour average with his fastball. He'll give you 2 types of movement. Big slider and a changeup.
Here's Utley. Utley will pinch hit for Hernandez. And a breaking ball for a called strike. Utley's had a good series. 2 for 4 last night. 2 for 5 on Thursday. And this pitch is wide, and that evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Utley against Romo is 2 for 5 in his career.
Changeup and the two-seam fastball both have movement that run away from a left-handed hitter. So those are pitches that Romo developed when he got to the big leagues. And really, it's what enabled Romo to be a closer for a while.
Driven to right. Pence is there, and he puts it away. So Utley's retired on the line drive. And here's Puig. Puig is 1 for 9 with 5 strikeouts in his career against Romo. In this game, he's 0 for 2 with a walk. Low.
Really a nice view from behind home plate. You get a chance to see how big the break is on the slider of Romo and the low 3/4 release. And what's unique about him is how he can command it. Not an easy pitch to command.
Swing. Swing and a miss. Turner on deck. Cued. Adrianza. Not a problem. Well, he's moving around nice at short, isn't he?
He really has hit the comfort zone. And you know, for the longest time we saw Adrianza, and you know, just almost like he didn't believe he was a big leaguer. He does now.
Well, and he looks like it now.
And he's a good player.
Of course, it helps to hit a home run to give your team the lead.
Yeah, that'll make you feel like you belong.
It sure will. No, I'd rather be here. What about you?
It's a pretty good choice, but I agree with you.
Yeah. Here's Turner. Turner takes a strike. Not close. You have Bumgarner for 8 strikeouts.
I do. 8 strikeouts, all swing and miss strike threes.
Good pitch, 1-2. Turner's history against Romo 1 for 6. The one hit, a double. Got him. Romo, it's Utley, Puig, and Turner. And Belt's going to lead things off. Giants with a 2-1 lead. Both runs on home runs, Bumgarner and Adrianza. So here it's Belt. Belt, Tomlinson, and then the pitcher spot. And Belt hits a high drive. Deep right center field. Puig way out in right center field makes the catch.
Yeah, his lips may be smiling, but his eyes are not. He hit that ball right on the screws, and he just got AT&T'd. Just measured the pitch he was looking for. He gets both cheeks into it, and even that is not enough to get it out of here on a day when it definitely favors the pitcher. Wow.
So here's Tomlinson. Tomlinson takes high. He flied out to left, flied out to center.
This ballpark playing true to form, and the carry is to left field. Right field is good luck, especially right center.
1 ball and 1 strike.
Chase Utley stays in the game. He's at second base now. Kike Hernandez done for the afternoon.
Two balls and a strike. Anthony's 2-2. Gregor Blanco has grabbed a bat.
80 pitches on the day for Kershaw. Pitch count not an issue.
Got him.
Good hard slider. Strikeout number 5 for Kershaw. A lot of strikeouts with that slider today. It's been a good one. Brandon Crawford trying to ease the pain a little bit, commiserating with Brandon Belt. He's been there before. Hit balls that he thought should have been out of the ballpark, only to realize they're just big league hang rhythms.
I'm not sure the good old boy from Texas is buying it from the California kid.
Although he just got through extending for 6 years, I think he's got lots to be happy about. It will ease the pain.
It will, but still. You've struggled your entire life against Kershaw, and then you hit one 5,000 feet and it's caught.
I know. Johnny Cueto tomorrow.
0-2. Center field, but right at Peterson, and that'll end the inning. Through 7, 2-1 Giants.
Baseball is live with the MLB.com at-bat app. You can stay connected all season with the radio broadcast, video highlights, stats, news, and much, much more. Download MLB.com at-bat, the #1 app for live baseball on your smartphone and tablet. They have it. Absolutely.
When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and smog experts. Lopez against Gonzalez. And a strike. We got a pinch hitter in the on-deck circle. Austin Barnes. Another strike, and it's 0-2. If that's the case, then it may be that Lopez is only going to face one hitter. Posey setting up in.
Ooh, good pitch.
Ooh, 1-2.
That's really always been one of the strengths of Javier Lopez. Guys that drop down from the side, they don't use that inside corner a lot. He will. Tried to there, and he didn't miss by much.
Hit foul. Warriors tonight. It's coming up right here on CSN Bay Area. They got the vibe right now.
Oh, 2 years. Such a great vibe.
A half swing and a foul.
Get a chance to listen to two of our favorite guys, Bob Fitzgerald and JB.
JB. One and two. Down the left field line, and a fair ball, and it gets by Pagan. So the tying run now at second base, and another leadoff double. It's kind of the way it's been for the Giants. Here's Barnes, and once Barnes is announced, here comes Bruce Bochy. So Strickland's coming in. It's 2-1 Giants.
Here at AT&T Park, and last night fans really enjoyed watching a very special pregame ceremony as several Giants players were honored for their outstanding achievements in 2015. Madison, Buster, Brandon Crawford all selected as Silver Slugger Award winners. Brandon Crawford also receiving a Gold Glove recognizing his defensive prowess, and Buster Posey was the Wilson Defensive Player of the Year. Gentlemen, they are racking up the hardware. Congratulations to all of them.
Yep, put another wing on the house.
And then fill it up. Hunter Strickland, a new pitcher now for the Giants. He comes into a situation. It is a strikeout situation, although we do expect the Dodgers to try and bunt. Hunter Strickland goes mid to high 90s with velocity. He'll give you a slider. He will cut, sink the ball, and he has a split.
So here's Austin Barnes. And he takes high, 1-0. Barnes was in the lineup on Thursday, and he went 1 for 4.
Mr. was asking Brian O'Neill, the plate umpire, what was that pitch?
I think Strickland wanted to know as well.
Really can't cheat the corner infielders too much when you have a regular hitter up there. Barnes handles the bat pretty well.
And he pops this one all the way back out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Hardest pitch to bunt, the high hard fastball.
This is not an easy guy to bunt off of.
He had him played perfectly.
Yes,
nice.
And at some point now you have to sit down, right?
You get your 15 seconds of fame.
1 ball and 1 strike.
Used to be 15 minutes, but inflation goes the other way at the ballpark.
1 and 2.
That was perfect, and now Barnes is upset.
One and 2. Barnes, see if he gets the swing away now, and it's outside. 2 and 2.
97 just off the plate. And for Barnes, I mean, just get that run over any way you can. Avoid the strikeout. That's what he's trying to accomplish. You don't have great speed at second base with Gonzalez. Average at best.
Two and 2. Got it.
Oh. And he comes out and throws an absolutely nasty slider with a little hair on it in a perfect location. And he gets the strikeout that he was pitching for. A big out and a wasted opportunity.
Here's Thompson. Thompson opened up the 6th with a double off of Bumgarner. He hit a sharp ground ball right down the third baseline. A.J. Ellis to follow. We're in the 8th. Strike.
That's how you take away a guy looking for a fastball. You take it away with a fastball in a perfect location. Doesn't hurt to have 97 miles per hour behind it either.
Had to hit that spot again and just missed. 1 ball and 1 strike. Strickland sets right at the letters. Swing and a foul into the glove of Posey. 1 and 2.
Mr. Posey not Jimmy jacking around. 3 pitches, 3 fastballs, all at 97.
Now 2 straight away. Got it.
Just power pitching. Again, the fastball. And Thompson sent packing. And Posey going to come out, say, think location now. We still have another bullet to dodge.
That's going to be Seager.
They do not have to pitch to Seager.
They do not.
They've got a place to put him. I mean, this is a big bullet in the gun. Dave Roberts, the skipper for the Dodgers. I mean, he's had Seager. He's had a day off, sitting on that bench.
One guy left on the bench for the Dodgers, and it's the guy just called up, and that's Micah Johnson. So this will be a walk. And it'll be Culberson to hit. With Gonzalez at second, and Seager will be the runner at first. And Posey's going to go out and have one final chat with Hunter Strickland.
Giants know Charlie Culberson. They had him. They know his strengths. They know his weaknesses as a hitter. 1 for 3 on the day with a double. Lewis Coleman on your left. And Hatcher, the power arm, on the right.
So here's Culberson. And a pop-up out of play.
Well, Culberson was looking fastball. That was 96 above the hands. So you got him to chase out of the strike zone up.
Hit out to right to Pence. And that'll end the inning. Adrianza, Span, Pagan coming up. us out tomorrow. It'll be the final game of the series, and we'll have it for you right here on CSN Bay Area. 1 o'clock pregame live is going to start at 12:30, and that'll wrap up this 4-game series, and Johnny Cueto will be on the mound. So here's Adrianza, who knocked one out of the park to give the Giants the lead in the 5th. And he shortens up to bunt, and it's 0-1. This is what it looked like.
This is prior. Look at A.J. Ellis down the right side of the infield. This guy will bunt. Well, maybe not. He'll take a fit inside fastball above the hands and knock it out of the ballpark, too. That is the difference in this ball game. And Kershaw could not believe it.
Oh, a flinch by Brian Honora. 1 ball and 1 strike. There's Casilla getting ready to throw. Adrianza, that's one out to left to Culberson. And Culberson will put it away. So here are the changes. You just saw Culberson. Barnes is now doing the catching. Thompson moves back to center field. And Seager is now playing at short. Here's Span. Span takes a strike. He's bounced out twice, and he's flied out. With Angel Pagan to follow, we're in the 8th. Swinging a foul back. 0-2. The Dodgers in the 9th will have the pitcher spot and then the top of the order. Utley and Puig will hit in the 9th. Here's the 0-2. Span, center field, right at Thompson. 2 outs. Stay tuned immediately after Giants baseball for Esurance Giants postgame live. You're going to see highlights. You're going to get reactions and analysis, and it's all coming up right after the ball game. So here's Pagan, who's 1 for 3. And Pagan is going to wrap one into left field. Culberson is going to dive and make the catch. And a great play to take a hit away from Pagan.
And kind of the theme this whole series for the Dodgers outfield, another stellar play.
on CSN Bay Area is brought to you by Ring Central. Business communications made simple.
We've reached the 9th inning. It's a 2-1 lead for the Giants. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and smog experts, and there's your closer.
Santiago Casilla, who is 1 for 1 in save opportunities this year. Casilla, 5-pitch pitcher, low to mid-90s with the fastball, curveball, slider, changeup, and he's throwing with a lot of confidence right now.
This is Micah Johnson, the pinch hitter, just called up today. And he's going to swing at the first pitch, and it's hit out to Span. 1 pitch went on.
Always a gift when you get a 1 pitch out to start an inning, and it's especially a gift for a closer.
So here's Utley. And Puig in the on-deck circle. Utley faced Romo as a pinch hitter and lined out to right. And he takes low, 1 ball and no strikes. Seven hits for the Dodgers, 4 for the Giants. Utley rolls it foul to even the count.
And he's not above just really trying to launch one. And Utley with power. I mean, down a run. I mean, he will take a shot at pumping one out of here.
He knows how to do it. 1-1. Breaking ball. Ooh, 2 balls and 1 strike.
Very close. I'll tell you one thing, it wasn't high. This Bochy can only shake his head. Just a little bit outside, perhaps.
Three and 1. You'd like to avoid having to face Adrian Gonzalez this inning. And in order to do that, you got to keep some people off the bases.
No, you don't want to face Puig out of the stretch either.
So this should be a pretty good pitch to hit. And he walked it. So here's Puig. Puig is 0 for 3. His lifetime numbers against Casilla. He's 1 for 8 with a walk and a couple of strikeouts. Turner is on deck.
Tough guy to double up. Runs well for a big man.
Get 1 out for sure. Tap foul off his foot. And it's no balls and 1 strike. It's going to take a little while to shake this one off. He hit that ball pretty good. Starting to get some precipitation here at the park.
2-seam fastball right off the toe of his left foot. Well, guy hits it off his foot. That's usually the invitation to go right back the inside corner with another sinker.
Absolutely. No balls and 1 strike.
I like that.
You did it.
Two-seam fastball. It just bottoms out right under the barrel head of Puig.
Into center field and a base hit. Utley is going to put on the brakes. He thought about it.
Seen a lot of 2-strike hits in this game. Dodgers have really been difficult to put away. And let's take a look at how this at bat went. He opened him up with a fastball with a 2-seam movement. He fouls off his toe. He comes back in it again in an 0-1 count. Swings over the top. And in an 0-2 count, he goes away, off the plate away. And a nice job by Puig to not only stay alive but beat the tough location back up the middle.
He can reach out on pitches that are not even strikes. So here's Turner. Turner today is 1 for 4. Utley, the tying run at second. Up and in, 1-0.
You don't want to hit him. You do not want to punt a runner at third base with less than 2 outs by way of a walk or a hit batsman.
We also got a guy at first that's not being held on, so heads up if you're one of the middle infielders. And they're loaded. And they're loaded for Adrian Gonzalez. Wow.
George Cantos very quickly heading down to the Giants bullpen.
Well, now you got the tying run at third.
Well, and you've got one of the really great RBI guys in the game coming up, stepping in that batter's box.
Well, Casillas had pretty good history against Gonzalez. He's 1 for 11 against Casillas.
This meeting on the mound brought to you by Ring Central, business communications made simple.
Gonzalez is 2 for 4. It's Utley, Puig, and Turner. Posey saves the day. 1 ball and no strikes.
I don't know how he did it. He doesn't know how he did it. The hardest balls to figure out as a catcher are fastballs and split fingers in the dirt. Sitting on an outside target, this thing goes on the inside part of the plate. It's a scud. Hits out there before home plate with a fastball. A great play. And right now, I mean, the confidence we saw Casillas have in Milwaukee, he's not bringing it into this outing. He is searching for his release point, and I'm not sure he knows where it's going.
One ball and 1 strike.
And Gonzalez helped him. He chased ball 2. Last season, Gonzalez hit into 21 double plays, and boy, could the Giants use one now.
1-2. Well, it looks to me like Gonzalez wants to swing the bat.
Oh, he absolutely does. They're pounding that low zone, trying to get that ball hit on the ground at somebody to get that double play. 3 pitches, 3 sinkers, and they have a 1-2 count.
On the ground, foul.
I mean, really, same sinker, 4 in a row. See how they set the defense.
One and 2 to Adrian Gonzalez with the bases loaded here in the 9th. On the ground to Tomlinson. He kicks it. That's it. Game time. So they get to 1 out. And with the lack of speed by Gonzalez, if he feels it cleanly, they got a double play.
They got a double play. Just could not get a grip on it. And once he bobbles it, he realizes the only out he can get is the out at first. And we got a brand new ball game.
So here's Barnes. Barnes faced Strickland in the 8th and struck out. Pressure's on Buster Posey right here. And a strike. Puig's at 3rd, Turner's at 2nd. And it's now 0-2.
Good curveball. That's the one he's throwing.
High and foul and out of play. You see it rubbing up the baseball. Starts to lightly drizzle here at the ballpark. Out of play again. That one stayed up a bit.
I think good location and no 2 counts. And that curveball, second one he's seen in this at bat, a lot of strike zone attached to it.
So it's 0-2 to Barnes. And this is down the right field line. Foul.
With some attitude, I might add.
And he whistled that one into the arcade.
So everything in this at bat has gone away. And Barnes just let Casilla know, I've got popped that side of the field, fella.
So it stays 0-2 to Barnes. 1-2.
Buster Posey sensing the same thing, set an inside target, and that one was still out over the plate, but down below the strike zone.
So it's 1-2 to Barnes. Puig at third, Turner at second. This will be the 23rd pitch of the inning for Casilla. And this is hit out to Pagan, and that's going to end the inning. Posey's going to lead things off. Bottom of the ninth coming up.
Is presented by authority of the San Francisco Giants. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of San Francisco Baseball Associates, LLC.
We have reached the bottom of the ninth inning. It's a 2-2 ball game. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
Chris Hatcher, the new pitcher now for the Dodgers. We've seen him in this series already. Hard thrower, mid to high 90s with fastball that he will sink and cut. He's got a slider and a split. It was Hatcher that came into last night's ball game, gave up the 2-run homer to Trevor Brown that tied the score 2-2. Giants were going to win that ball game in extra innings.
Johnson, after the pinch hitting appearance, goes into play second, and moving from second to third is Utley. So here's Buster Posey. He's 1 for 3. Very high, 1 ball and no strikes. Pence to follow.
Battle of the bullpens now. Both starting pitchers. Madison Bumgarner, Clayton Kershaw. No decision on the day. Both guys get a couple of workouts.
Strike to Posey.
Try a little cutter right there. Perfect location. I could hit that one out of the ballpark.
Buster 4 for 7 lifetime against Hatcher. a base hit to left field. Moving over is Culberson, and Posey with a wide turn, and he'll stay at first. Onage is Onage.
We talk about Onage, and it is amazing how it works. And really what it boils down to is a hitter sees a pitcher well. End of story. He identifies spin early. He's just not fooled by a mixture of speeds or movements. He sees them.
Here's Pence. Pence 0 for 2 with a walk. And he takes low, 1 ball and no strikes. And Hatcher slipped, and now he's limping.
He may have tweaked an ankle or a knee.
Training staff is going to come out and take a look.
It's the left leg plant.
Oh, the heel, and then maybe a hyperextension.
You know, you always worry if there's going to be any kind of slippage, and there's been moisture in the air for a lot of this game, and there was a little slip with that heel, and it made that either he hyperextended his knee or rolled his ankle a bit.
And Brian Honora is going to ask the grounds crew to come out.
They're going to talk about the mound. Looks like Hatcher is okay. Nate Lucero, the assistant trainer for the Dodgers, out there.
So that drying agent on the mound, and they're also going to put some around home plate. Well, if you're looking for the Warriors basketball game, coverage of the Warriors game against the Grizzlies is coming up next and available right now on CSN Plus, and that can be found on Comcast channels 105, Dish channel 454, AT&T channel 771, and DirecTV 696-2. Now, if you can't find CSN Plus, then log on to csnbayarea.com, call your local cable provider, or call Ted Griggs.
Well, you would definitely get an answer from Ted
well,
Griggs.
He's at home. I mean, either that or doing a triathlon or doing a commercial. So the mound ready to go, and Pence back in the box. And it's a count of 1 ball and no strikes with Posey at first. Inside 2-0.
Becomes a big pitch for Hatcher. Down the count. I mean, he does not want to walk anybody into, or a team into scoring position. He's got to come to him here.
And a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Two and two.
Not looking for a fastball. And Hatcher has done what he needed to do, and that's even the count. Attack the zone, and he's done it.
Out of play. Digging that one out at 96. It remains 2 and 2.
Yeah, Hatcher doesn't run it up in the strike zone naked now. He's got a little something on it. Every pitch in this sequence has all been the fastball. I mean, he hasn't gone any of the specialty stuff.
And a full count. So now we'll see if Bruce Bochy will send Buster Posey. Bensel hit balls on the ground against a sinker baller like most guys might. He runs pretty well. So we'll see what the Giants manager does here. It's 3-2.
Now Barnes suggested a slider. Hatcher shook it off.
Well, as he goes, swing and a miss. This could be a double play, and he's safe. Johnson could not hang on, and the Giants catch a break.
That was a perfect breaking ball to get strike 3. The ball one-hops Johnson, and he has it in the glove, and once he slaps the tag on him, they'd have had him out. But the ball pops out of the glove, and the Giants get Posey into scoring position. That's a break.
So here's Duffy. Duffy is 0 for 3. On the ground to third, and it is a foul ball. So Duffy will get another crack at it. It's no balls and 1 strike. A little hesitation by all the umpires.
Well, it's Brian O'Nora's, the plate umpire's call until it gets past third base. So see, we're Utley caught up to it. It indeed was foul. So Duffy sees another day. The Dodgers in the outfield, they've got good arms in left field with Culberson, and they got a great arm in right field with Puig. Thompson, the center fielder, has an average arm.
0-1 to Duffy.
And with Posey at second base, you're talking average speed at best.
Foul, 0-2. Giants trying to send everybody home happy. 41,224. Belt watching from the on-deck circle. Duffy out of play.
Yeah, Austin Barnes, the Giants or the Dodgers catcher, he wanted that same breaking ball that Hatcher threw on a 3-2 count to Hunter Pence. Madison Bumgarner, and from starting pitcher, a chance to get a win, to now he's a cheerleader.
So Duffy in a battle with Hatcher. Foul back, good rip.
Well, they wanted that off the plate in above the hands. That leaked out over the plate. Catcher got away with one there. That was not the intended location.
Oh, 2. Got him.
And a 2-strike surprise as Hatcher throws a split, and it absolutely locks up Matt Duffy, and it goes right down the throat.
So here's Belt. Belt is 0 for 3. He did hit a ball out to 421 that was caught. But it's not going to be Belt. It's going to be Tomlinson or maybe Joe Panik. And that's who it's going to be. in just a thought that, yeah, Tomlinson may get a chance to save the day after he failed to turn the double play. But Bruce Bochy said, no, I'm going with Joe Panik. And the kid got close. And here's Panik.
He's starting to be a little heavier here at AT&T.
Panik 0 for 3 last night, but 3 for 5 on Thursday. Rick Honeycutt's going to come out.
This is going to be a scouting report. And it's also going to be a little reminder that, look, you've got an open third base here with 2 outs, so you can make your pitch.
Lenore's going to break it up. Panik's numbers against Hatcher, he's only faced him twice. He's 1 for 2.
Posey's going to get a better jump now with 2 outs.
So here's the first pitch to Panik. And it's outside for a ball, 1-0.
Pitching for a corner. And not for a challenge first pitch strike.
In the dirt, 2-0.
And that was the split. Brandon Crawford on the on-deck circle.
See if Panik gets something here. 2 balls and no strikes.
Nice block, Austin Barnes.
Crawford on deck.
So Hatcher going after Joe Panik respectfully. And I do believe that was the message Rick Honeycutt gave him.
He took a little off to get that in there at 95. Out of play, it'll go to 3-2.
Of course it does.
Well, now this really does give Buster the advantage at second. Runners will be on the move. Posey at second, Belt at first. And we'll have to wait.
Well, if there's ever a time for that move, that's it. 3-2, 2 outs. You know your runner's going to be moving.
So here we go, 3-2. Out of play. '96.
Muddy. You don't have great traction on the base pass right now.
3-2. Posey and Belt will take off. Out of play again.
Pretty good battle going on right here.
They're getting a workout. Three balls, 2 strikes. After a new baseball.
Any ball you get as an infielder, any ball you get as an outfielder is going to be wet. It hits the grass.
Ball back.
Again, to set the arms in the outfield. Charlie Culberson in left field has a great arm. Puig in right field has a better arm than Culberson. And Thompson in center field has an average arm.
So we'll do it again, 3-2. Got him. Extra innings, second night in a row. It's 2-2.
CSNBayArea.com. You can log on each week as insider Alex Pavlovich will talk baseball with players, coaches, special guests, and much, much more. The Giants Insider Podcast with Alex Pavlovich on CSNBayArea.com, also available on iTunes.
So it's a 2-2 ball game here in the 10th. Giants and Dodgers went 10 innings last night. And it'll be George Cantos now who's going to take the hill.
Let's take a look at the numbers for George so far this season. He's done well. This will be the 4th time he comes in. Low 90s fastball with a great slider. He's got a curveball and a changeup to go with it.
So here's Trace Thompson. He will bat first against Cantos. Now, Thompson is 1 for 4. And a pitch wide, 1 ball and no strikes. Seager on deck. On the ground, Adrianza to Belt. Here's Seager.
It's a beautiful thing about the slider from George Cantos. I mean, it really is a great pitch to get a ground ball with. Keeps that thing down around the knees. It's got a straightward bite down on it. Joe Panik stays in the game at second base.
Seager lines it down the right field line. Hence will keep Seager to a double. He likes that first pitch. And the hitter's going to be Culberson.
Challenge fastball, a little 2-seam movement out over the plate. A tall hitter at 6'4", he likes to get extended. And you're right. I mean, he was looking for fastball middle way, got it, and this is the result, just over the outstretched arm with a 6'5" Brandon Belt. So the Dodgers get a base runner in scoring position.
Culberson is 1 for 4. Is Osich jogging down to the bullpen. Here's the closer, Kenley Jansen. Low from Cantos, and Posey's going to go out and have a word.
Talk about Culberson. Renew a scout report. Little pep talk. Go get him. Starting to see some water collect on the ground. I mean, it's just been a steady light rain, which has gotten a little bit heavier in the last half inning. It's typical California rain.
So Culberson ahead in the count, 1-0. To right field, and a base hit. Hits right on the line. Seager's going to score, and Culberson is giving the Dodgers the lead.
Well, and he beat George Cantos' best pitch, a little slider in the outside corner. And Culberson going with it, and just slices it fair down the right field line by about 6 feet. And for the first time today, the Dodgers take the lead.
Posey's going to go out to have a word with Cantos. This is to get Osich a couple of more pitches. Back-to-back doubles with 1 out.
Now, this is really a nice piece of hitting from Charlie Culberson. Beating a good location on that slider break. Try and pull this, you roll it over or miss it. And Seager knew immediately that ball was not going to get caught just by where it was going and where Pence had preset himself position-wise.
So Osich is coming in, and the Dodgers are now leading. here in the 10th, and Josh Osich is going to pitch. There's Osich.
Fourth time he has come into a ball game. No ERA yet. A couple of hits and a couple of walks in 3 innings, 4 strikeouts. Mid to high 90s with his fastball velocity. 2 types of movement. He's got a hard slider and a changeup. So Osich going to come in here and try and keep this deficit at 1 run.
Give the Giants a legitimate shot in the bottom of this inning. So here's Johnson. Johnson came in as a pinch hitter in the 9th. And he will hit with Culberson at second base. And he bunts this one. It's a good bunt. And Duffy's got to hurry, and they got him.
He can definitely get down that line well. And he bumped for a base hit all the way, and he almost pulled it off.
So Utley's going to hit.
It's a little bit too much steam on the bunt. And you can see the strongest asset of Micah Johnson's game, that's his legs. He can fly.
Plus, who knows the condition of the ball by the time Duffy got it. So here's Utley.
Chance to be a bit soggy.
A bit. Utley takes low. In the bottom of the 10th for the Giants, they will have Crawford to lead things off, then Adrianza, and then Span. Outside to Utley, it's 2-0. Osich has to know that he's got a right-handed hitter on deck. To panic. And that'll end the inning. Dodgers take the lead. Giants need 1 to tie and 2 to go home.
Head to the bottom of the 10th inning, and it's time to bring in the Dodger closer, Kenley Jansen, the big fella coming in. The second game that he's been in. He's got 1 save on the year and 1 opportunity, and 2 strikeouts in 1 inning, which is really nothing new. He's averaged 14 strikeouts per 9 innings throughout his career. And how does he do it? He's got a low to mid 90s cut fastball that you're going to see a lot of. He'll throw cutter after cutter after cutter. I mean, he could hump it up middle to high 90s if he just wanted to throw a straight fastball, but he has a cutter, which is outstanding. Also has a slider and a changeup, and he will face Brandon Crawford, who last night against Joe Blanton sent everybody home happy in a tie ball game in the bottom of the 10th inning, a walk-off home run. And everybody was smiling. And he'll attempt to get something going here against Kenley Jansen to lead it off for the Giants here in the bottom of the 10th.
Crawford, Adrianza, Span. And a foul back, and it's 0-1. Crawford lifetime against Jansen is 1 for 8. Got a walk and 3 strikeouts. Out of play again as Jansen going right at him. It's 0-2. Couple of pitches at 91 back to back.
But with cut and the movement on the cut, it's about, I'd say, 5 to 7 inches. Kind of a flat movement, but I mean, it just bores in on you. It's very tough to square this guy up. And it's also swing and miss stuff.
In the dirt, 1-2.
I mean, you're averaging 14 strikeouts for every 9 innings you pitch. You've got exceptional stuff. And we're talking about when you compare it to everybody in baseball. Aren't many guys like that walking around.
So Crawford waiting on Jansen. Good rip that stays at 1-2.
Yeah, he had good balance in the swing. I think Jansen wanted to put that thing in the outside corner, let the movement take it away from Crawford and fall out of the strike zone away. And he left it out over the middle.
One ball, 2 strikes. Tight, 2-2.
And that's the cut, perfectly placed at the hands. It's such a great pitch from a right-handed pitcher to a left-handed hitter if you can place that flat movement at the belt. Mariano Rivera made that pitch famous in his Hall of Fame career.
Back. Good battle. No one's getting cheated here.
No, a lot at stake. Adrianza waiting.
Back again.
Oh, really another mislocation. They wanted that on the inside corner, and it just was left out over the belt. Middle away.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Little pop up out to Johnson, who's going to make the catch. See that ball run right in on the hands.
Now that's the beauty of the cut fastball. It really breaks both elbows down and binds you up as a hitter.
So here's Adrianza. Adrianza, a home run off of Kershaw in the 5th. And here he loops one foul and out of play. If you're looking for the Warriors game and the coverage of the Warriors Grizzlies, you can check it right now on CSN Plus, which can be found on Comcast channels 105, Dish 454, AT&T 771, DirecTV 696-2. One ball and one strike. Two and one. Adrianza would take a walk here.
Oh yeah. Any base runner right here is a good thing.
Swinging a foul. Starts off the top of Barnes's glove. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Span to follow. Then Pagan, and the Giants would love to see Posey and Pence hit this inning. It's 2-2. Foul back.
From Jansen's perspective, I mean, he really has not had the normal command with his stuff that we're accustomed to seeing. I mean, he's left a lot of pitches out over the plate, end up. And even at that, he hasn't been squared up. It gives you an idea of the type of late movement that he has, even when he misses a location.
Got him. Got him underneath the hands. 2 outs, and here's Span.
And in his mind, that was perfect location. Flat cut above the hands of a left-handed hitter. And watch the elbows collapse. And he just binds a guy up, and that's what a cutter will do.
So Span will try to reach for Pagan. And then Pagan for Posey. And he takes low. 1 ball and no strikes. Giants had the lead in the 9th. And the failure to turn a double play cost them. Side corner strike. Tomorrow, Johnny Cueto and Scott Kazmir. And that'll wrap up this 4-game series before the Giants head on the road to Colorado and then the Dodgers. On the ground, this could do it. Seager on a wet infield throws, and that's the ball game. So in extra innings, the Giants win yesterday, and today they drop one to the Dodgers that they very well should have won.
Well, that's kind of been the theme of this entire series. Whatever team has jumped out with the lead, they've not been able to hold it, and the other team comes back and wins. But they have to regroup and get ready for tomorrow.
All right, for Amy G, for Mike Krupko, I'm Dwayne Kuiper. The Warriors are playing the Grizzlies, so let's take you to our CSN Bay Area studios for an update.